Hi there and welcome to this week's shopping adventures with me, Alma. First off, I would just want to say a big thank you to everyone who came to my channel and watched my videos. I really appreciate it. I'm also just still a little bit in shock. One of my videos just recently hit 1K views and I'm just floored. I just can't believe it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm going to continue to make content because it really makes me happy and it kind of helps me work on my creative outlet. And just a quick disclaimer before I start this week's video. If you hear any thumping or any chewing, I am actually babysitting my sister's little pet rabbit. Her name is Mochi. So she's with me right now. So I'm so sorry if you hear any noise. Can't really do anything about it. She's just hopping around. But anyways, thank you so much. And without further ado, I'm going to be sharing one of the more technological purchases I've gotten. It's a new MacBook Pro 13-inch by obviously Apple. I'm super stoked about this. I had my previous MacBook for about 10 years. It's still in great condition. So what's going to happen is my husband's going to end up taking that laptop because he really only uses it to browse and to apply to jobs and just buy stuff on Amazon. So it's not really heavy duty use. And it's still in really great condition. There's nothing wrong with it. I've only had good experiences with MacBooks or just Apple products in general. So it was a given that I would eventually upgrade and get a new MacBook Pro because I really loved my previous laptop. So my husband actually was the one who kind of encouraged me to get this new laptop. He's very sweet and he saw that I've been making more videos and he just wants to help me and like improve the quality. So we're working on that. So let's take a close look. This is my new laptop. I've already kind of unboxed it because I did need it for video filming, for editing. So I've gone ahead and taken the liberty of opening up the laptop and just setting the things out. So it's a very sleek design, the packaging. You know, you get your lid and then the bottom. I haven't tried opening this bottom piece, but this is where the charger was. It was wrapped up in this little protector sleeve along with this other protector paper for the wiring. It came with this little handbook booklet with like information about the laptop. And the laptop itself came wrapped up with this exterior protector. I just opened one side and slid it out, but you can unwrap the whole thing. And on the screen part, there was just this little protector. So these things, you know, might or might not be important to you, but one thing I've noticed with Apple is that they always go the extra step with packaging up your products. With Apple, you get that little extra bit of luxury, which is very nice because it is an expensive product that you're paying for. It's not packaging, being very chic, very modern, but also being very, you know, adding a touch of elegance at the same time. So this is the laptop. I've already gone ahead and gotten a protector for it. I opted out for this really cute nature scene with the butterflies and the cute greenery and all that. I just thought that was really cute. I've also decided not to have the Apple logo cut out because a lot of cases tend to have that just because no dust is going to get in. And with my previous laptop I had a marble type protector and it did have the Apple cutout, but I noticed that a lot of dust would get in there, so I'd have to constantly be taking it off and cleaning it, and I feel like I won't have to do that with a laptop cover. The bottom is just clear. It's got the little rubber grips for when you're putting it, you know, on the tabletop. It's got little holes so that your laptop can breathe. So the first thing I did notice about this laptop is that it's a very sleek design. It is slimmer than my previous MacBook Pro. It's thinner and definitely more what appears to be compact. In your laptop, you're gonna see, you know, your main screen. I've already gone ahead and locked it up and all of that and added my iCloud and everything, but it's just so modern looking. Let me get a close-up of the keyboard. It's just sleek. There's not much to it. It's just your buttons. I'll go ahead and remove this protector. So my cover also came with this keyboard protector, which it's more of a flat little protector as opposed to the previous protectors I've had on my previous laptop. They were kind of bulkier, so it was kind of annoying when you would be typing and all that. But anyways, back to the laptop. This really cool, like, big taskbar at the top that has your volume, your play button, your how bright you want your screen. It also has a Touch ID. I've already set that up on the far right corner. There's a little square that's for your finger. It's very simple, very compact, but very modern at the same time. The speakers are actually now on the sides of the laptop instead of the top part, which it was a plus and a negative just because it was out of your keyboard area, but at the same time it was always getting dusty back there, so I'd constantly have to be cleaning up my laptop, which got very annoying after some time. So I honestly prefer this layout just because you don't really touch the ends of your keyboard, in my opinion, as opposed to at the very far back where it used to be on my previous model. Again, I got my previous laptop in 2011, 2012, because it's been about 10 years. I just don't exactly remember which month I got my previous laptop in. So it is very different, drastically different than the previous model. So there's not much to it. It's just very sleek. This is the newest edition, this little taskbar, which allows you to do a lot more touch. So yeah, I really enjoy it. It's very fast. I haven't had any issues with speed or anything like that. I was able to connect it very easily. I just really do enjoy it, love it. Again, basically just an upgraded version of my previous laptop. And here, so you can see for size reference, next to my thumb, it's a pretty sleek, thin design. Free to leave them in the comments below and I'll go ahead and answer them if you have any questions with regards to this laptop. Yeah, it's very fast. This is how the cover goes on it. I love it. I love the dual colors because I don't ever like to pick one color, so I just thought that was perfect with the pink and the what looks to me to be like periwinkle, which is one of my favorite colors. That's the laptop itself. Next, I do want to talk about the charger. It is different. It's still a square base to plug into the wall. You're able to take this off if you wanted to. A smaller USB cable. Like, think it's like the newer updated cables. And the end of it is exactly the same as the one that plugs into the part that's going to plug into the wall. I do notice this wire seems to be a little bit longer, which is nice. They didn't actually give you the extender cord, but I have my previous extender cord, so I could use that if I needed to. But honestly, I never use my extender cord because I didn't really use my laptop while it's charging. I'll let it charge and then I would use my laptop, just because that's just a, you know, a care type of thing for your electronics. It's not good for you to be using them while they're charging. Sides of the model of this MacBook Pro, so you can see it does have less plugins. So if you are still using USB or an SD card, for instance, for this camera that I'm using, I do need to use an SD card and plug it into my laptop. It's not that high tech yet. And there's also this little like jack that looks to be like an earpiece, I guess if you want to plug in headphones. But it only has 3 slots to plug items in. So everything is pretty much AirDrop nowadays, and everything's pretty much wireless free, Wi-Fi, everything just kind of Bluetooths to one another. So that was the reason for that. There's no CD slot, of course, because CDs are like so back in the day, but the amazing part is that you could buy external drives, so it doesn't make your laptop bulkier. The plugins are just slimmer, so that allowed for more, you know, compact space. So I did take the liberty of ordering this external connector So I'm able to plug in a USB. I'm able to plug in an SD card. There's 2 sizes, and they sell various types of these models, whichever one you would need for your device, for whatever it is that you're using, including CDs and all that if you want to watch a DVD. And this is what the plug-in looks like as well. So I bought this on Amazon. They have all kinds of connectors. They have slimmer ones, but I really didn't mind because I'm only really gonna be using my SD card to plug it into my laptop. I'm going to add in some logistics about this MacBook Pro. It is an 8GB unified memory. It's a 13-inch MacBook Pro with Apple M1 chip. It's got 256GB of SSD. It's got an 8-core CPU, 13.3-inch diagonally, a Retina LED backlit display with True Tone technology, 2560 by 1600 pixels, 2 Thunderbolt, USB 4 ports, headphone jack, stereo speakers. It's also got Touch Bar and Touch ID, full-size backlit Magic Keyboard, Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.0, FaceTime HD camera. It's got a pre-installed Mac OS. The size and weight, it's a 0.61 by 11.97 by 8.36 inches. So 1.56 by 30.41 by 21.24 centimeters. It's about 3 pounds or 1.4 kilograms. Meets Energy Star requirements. And it comes with the 13-inch MacBook Pro, USB-C power adapter, USB-C charge cable. Again, this is the MacBook Pro 13-inch. Contemplating whether or not to keep it, but I love it. I didn't think I would, just because I was so used to my previous laptop. Then I'm going to remove the bottom just to show you guys the beautiful color. It is a space gray, so instead of going with the typical lighter colored gray, I went with the darker gray because it was just really nice. They didn't have it in stock, the lighter gray, but then when I saw this one in person, it just, I don't know, it just looked sleek, modern. I love the color combo. So it's got the space gray and then the apple's a little bit darker, which I thought was really cute and a little bit different. It's honestly easier to use this because it's just straight to the point. You don't really have to go through different windows. I, for work, use Dell, so I noticed the difference. It's just easier to maneuver through the MacBook Pro. If you guys have any questions, again, please leave them in the comments. Also, I'll be linking my Instagram below if you'd like to follow me. Thank you so much again for the views on one of my Chanel unboxing videos. Hit 1K, as I had mentioned at the beginning of the video. Thank you so much again. I'm so grateful and appreciative. I'm just still in shock. And I can't wait to share next week's shopping adventure. So I hope you all have a good weekend. Stay tuned.